Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Mining Insider. Are you looking for new ways to increase your mining profitability out of your graphic cards? I know I always am, and seems like the new tool to do that is a new version of the lolMINER, version 1.45 that was just released yesterday. And it has the ability to do dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium on full hash and light hash rate cards. So we're going to be putting it to the test. I'm going to be going through step by step how I'm dual mining using this new version of the miner on a full hash RTX 3070 as well as a light hash rate RTX 3070 graphic card. And hopefully this helps paint a more complete picture for you so you can get an idea of the potential with your mining rigs going forward. This video is really going to be jam-packed with a lot of information. There's some new features in the miners as well as I have some new ways to calculate some mining profitability projections for dual mining. At the very end, I'm going to be doing a full comparison of Ethereum mining versus Ethereum and Alephium mining, and even going to Ethereum and TON. So I'm going to be putting all three of them side by side at the very end. I'm going to be throwing it in a spreadsheet, so hopefully it paints a complete picture for you in your mining judgment going forward and increases your mining profits. If you haven't already subscribed, smash down on that subscribe button so you're notified of our future videos, as well as show your support for our channel. It really means a lot to us. There's going to be a lot to cover here, so stick with me. Let's get started. If you're new to Alephium, you're going to want to see the alephium.org website. That gives some information on the Alephium, coin and mining itself. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to see it's known as the proof of less work. So proof of less work uses a clever combination of physical work and token economics to dynamically adjust the work required to mine new blocks, ensuring a reduced energy footprint compared to classic Nakamoto POW mining. So it's a greener mining solution, so I'm definitely interested in it, especially given the fact that I'll have the ability to still do my primary mining, will still be Ethereum, but at least I'll have the advantage to maybe make some additional revenue by mining Alephium at the same time. One of the first steps you're going to have to do is you're going to have to create a wallet. And to do that, you're going to have to go to GitHub, download their utility to create a wallet. Again, I'll be putting a link down below for your convenience to GitHub to get their wallet. And when you download this utility, it's going to open up a UI that enables you to create a new wallet. I've already covered step by step how to create a new Alephium wallet in a video of doing dual mining with the T-Rex miner on Alephium and Ethereum at the same time. So I'm going to put a link down below for you in case you want step-by-step instructions of how to do that. From this point, I just assume you know your Ethereum mining pool and server, as well as now you have your Ethereum wallet. And once you have your Alephium wallet and you know your Ethereum wallet, which I assume you already do if you're already mining it, you're all set to move forward. Looking at the GitHub side for the lolMINER, we see a new version was just released. It's version 1.45, and in this version is some very exciting new features, some new changes. So they've added the ability to do dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium, and that's on full hash as well as LHR cards. They've also made some improvements for connectivity. Now they have a website, so you have a local web page you can open to watch status and statistics while it's mining, which is definitely a welcome addition because there's some features in the regular miner on the desktop that were lacking. Mainly things like I was always looking forward to be able to get the GPU, the thermal temperature. But there seems to be that in this new version of their GUI that's our local web page, and we'll be covering that later in the video. There's also some update. The startup time of dual mining for non-LHR cards is now reduced to about 30 seconds after the DAG build. So that's definitely a good improvement because normally sometimes I'd have to wait quite a bit before my full hash rate cards were really mining to their potential. I can understand with the LHR cards they have to tune and calibrate. This is the full hash rate card, should be pretty straightforward. Here's a preview of the new web monitor. So you would enter in your local IP address, the port, which is going to be sent in when you start up the miner. I'll show you that. And you're going to put /GUI. So now you'll be able to see your different cards, what it's mining. On the different algorithms, you'll see your accepted, rejected, and your stale, as well as you see your power consumption, your core clock, which would also be your overclock, your memory clock, core temperature. But now there's a junction temperature and mem temperature in here. And this is something new that I don't normally see within the regular miner when it's working. So it's great to be able to see and get an idea of what is your thermal temperature running on your cards. You don't want to be running them too hot. So if I go down to the assets, within assets, I see lolMINER version 1.45_win.zip. So I'm going to click to download this, and it's going to download. Once it downloads, I'm going to open up the folder, and I have the new version 1.45. I'm going to expand it into my miners folder. Let me just extract it here. Select the new folder, yes. With the miner extracted, I'm just going to go into my miners folder, then I'm going to go into the lolMINER 1.45. I open this folder and there's a bunch of files in here. Within here, there's going to be the lolMINER executable, which we use to do the actual mining. The remaining files are batch files, and these just work as template files for us to be able to see what are the commands to be able to start up a certain miner or point to a certain pool. So they're really like samples you can use. So for our case, we're going to be focusing on today dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium. So I'm going to take the file that they have, Dual Mining ETH+ALPH, and I'm going to edit it. And when I go to edit it, I'm going to get a pretty complicated, actually I think it's overly complicated batch file. So although the commands are there that you need, I'm going to be using my own batch file because I think it's much simpler. This is actually my file. So this is the whole file here. There's nothing to scroll up and down. It's just normalizing the environment path so I can find the lolMINER. The commands I'm interested in is the ETH pool and the Ethereum wallet. For these, put in your Ethereum pool in your Ethereum wallet. Now, if you're a NICEHASH user, then you're going to want to just come to the NICEHASH. They have a stratum generator. Scroll down until you see Dagger Hashimoto and USA East. I'll put a link down below for the NICEHASH stratum generator. Click generate address, and then you'll have your address that you'll put in to that Ethereum pool. And then when you need the Ethereum wallet, if you're going to be directing this in NICEHASH, just go to your NICEHASH dashboard, go to like your rig manager, and then go to your mining address. And right there, that will be your mining address that you'll be pasting in. So if I update to point to the NICEHASH stratum or mining pool, as I showed you, as well as the NICEHASH wallet, then the Ethereum that I'm mining is going to get sent into NICEHASH, and NICEHASH is going to, recognize that, and it's going to pay me out in Bitcoin. So maybe that's another kind of cool thing, because maybe now you can actually be, in theory, mining Bitcoin and Alephium. Never thought of it that way. This is a way you can still use this dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium, even if you're a NICEHASH user. However, the Alephium portion is going to be sent to a totally different wallet, not NICEHASH connected, into your Alephium wallet. For me, I'm not going to be using NICEHASH for this today. I'm going to be pointing my Ethereum to FlexPool, which I like to use. For my Alephium mining today, I'm going to be using Hero Miners, and I'm going to be using my Alephium wallet that I showed earlier how to get. And once I update those 4 values, they'll be automatically replaced in this command line when it runs. So I don't have to make any modifications to these variables like ETH pool, ETH wallet. I'll be all set. So if I break down what is this final miner command doing, it's saying start the lolMINER. The -A is algorithm for ETHASH. -pool is just going to be my Ethereum pool. -U is the wallet, and that's going to be from my primary coin, which is Ethereum. And then we have this command here, the new command, dual mode Aleph dual, and then we just dual pool, Aleph pool, and dual user. So that's just really what is our primary coin and wallet, and what is our secondary or our dual coin and our dual wallet. And that's all the information we need to know. The only other variable that you care about here is this new one, which is called an API port. The API port creates a local web server. It's local on your own computer. And that gives us that really cool web server page that lets us see the statistics of how the miner is running, the different cards, the hash rate, accepted, stale, rejected, even some of the metrics on the overclocking and temperature. Plus, I believe they even had the hotspot temperature as well as the memory thermals too. So if your card has a memory thermal sensor, you should be able to see that information there. So there's only 4 values in here that I have to change. That'll make it customized for my needs. So I have to set the Ethereum pool, I have to set the Ethereum wallet, and then I'm going to have to set the Alephium pool and the Alephium wallet. Once I set those 4 values, I'm all set and I can begin dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium. For me to do that, I'm going to need the Ethereum pool and Ethereum wallet. So for my purposes today, I'm going to be mining using FlexPool. I'm going to grab a copy of my FlexPool pool, easy enough. And then I just need to get my Ethereum wallet. I just copy and paste that value. And that's my Ethereum wallet with the rig name. So for the rig name, I'm going to call this Dual ETH+ALPH. I can just change that rig to name to whatever I want. Now, if you were using another mining pool, maybe EtherMine, you would just adapt and put the pool that you want to use, is make sure you're using the correct port and select the pool that's closest to your location so you have the fastest ping time. And now I'm going to have to add my Alephium wallet in a pooling server. For my Alephium wallet, I already have one, so let me just grab a copy of it. I paste that. That's my Alephium wallet. And for today's mining pool, I'm going to be using hero miners. So I'm going to go choose from with Alephium on hero miners. I'm going to be choosing the North America USA East. So let me just copy this mining address here. And I'm just going to replace the Alephium pool here. And now I'm all set. So I should be able to close this down and we're going to start up this miner. My batch file is all set up to mine right now. However, the missing ingredient I need to add in is overclock settings. Without overclock settings, my cards are going to be running very hard, very hot, and very inefficient, and I won't get the optimal hash rate, as well as I'll be consuming a lot more power than I need to. So let's go to the Wiki site on the lolMINER releases. They actually have a guide here to tuning dual TON for like Ethereum, as well as they mentioned for TON and Alephium. Within this guide, it's going to list a set of different graphic cards, everything ranging from a 1660 Super all the way down through to a RTX 3090, and it gives some ranges. So these are not some well-defined value, but they're ranges. So in my case, I'm using RTX 3070s and RTX 3070 LHR. So my range is 750 to 1500 for a locked core clock. And I know typically for my Ethereum mining, I'll use about 1050 or 1075 for my LHR cards. But there's a range, and there's a reason for the range. And that reason is that when we submit a locked core clock value and we're getting an ideal amount finally of Ethereum out of it, now when we apply more core clock to it, it's going to start mining more of the altcoin. So in this case, I'll be mining more Alephium, as I'll show later in the video. To start with, I'm going to grab a value almost right in the middle. I'm going to really grab 1050 is going to be my locked core clock, because that's acceptable values for both the 3070 and the 3070 LHR. In my computer, I have 3 graphic cards right now. Card number 1 is an RTX 3080. It's a full hash rate card. I'm not going to be using that card at all. I'm going to be actually disabling it because I'm recording on this computer and I'm not going to get good results. So the 2 cards I'm going to use is, the second card is an RTX 3070. It's a full hash rate card. And the last card I'm going to be using is an RTX 3070. It's the light hash rate version. What I need to do is before I do anything else, after the -A in my lolMINER ETH+, I'm going to specify here -devices. The indexes start at 0, so I really want to run card 2 and 3. So I'm going to put 1, 2, and that's going to run only those second and third cards that I have on my computer. Now, the next command I'm going to want to add is going to be to add the locked core clock. To do that, I'm going to come after the Alephium wallet. I'm going to add --CCLK. Some of the other miners used to use LCK, but this is just CCLK. I'm going to put 1050, 1050 space. That'll take care of my locked core clocks. That'll set the core clocks, and I can leave my power limit at 100%. Because using a locked core clock, it's only going to use as much power as it needs. The other part I'm going to have to do manually using MSI Afterburners. So now I'm going to open up MSI Afterburner. Within MSI Afterburner, you'll see I have my 3 graphic cards. Card number 1 is my 3080. We're not going to be using it. And the second and the third cards, they're RTX 3070s. Card number 2 here is a full hash. Card number 3 is a light hash card. So if I go to my second card, this is a full hash rate card. I'm going to be applying plus 1100 on my memory clock offset. No other changes, just going to be using a fan value, and power limit is 100. Let me just apply that. You'll start hearing the fans ramp up in the background probably. And the last card is my 3070 LHR. Now that card, I'm going to go a little bit higher on the memory overclock because I know with the Ethereum mining, it's not constant. It's kind of pulsing, like mine, stop mining, mine, stop mining. And I'm able to do that normally with the other miners like T-Rex and NBMiner. Feel I'm able to get good results using 1250. So let me set that. So I kind of have to split up, how I'm doing the overclocks. There is a provision that's built into the lolMINER that allows me to do memory clocks. However, it only lets me lower the memory clock offset. It doesn't let me raise it above where it is. So that's not helpful to me. And that's why I have to manually raise it using tools like MSI, or even there's some tools from EVGA. Now I can finally save this, and I should be all set because I've specified I only want to use 2 devices. As you're seeing here, I've only want to use device 1 and 2. And then I'm going to be passing in locked core clock of 1050 for both cards. Let's save this. I've just created a shortcut on my desktop to run this miner. However, I'm not going to be able to just run it. I'm going to have to right click it and select run as administrator because I am passing in the overclock parameters directly to the miner. Yes, I have to confirm this. Yes. And the miner will open. I will see LOL 1.45 come open. It sees my graphic cards, and it's going to try to connect to the different pools. If it can't connect using one protocol, it'll try to adjust again until it's able to get its connection. And as long as it's connecting okay, we should be able to mine. So the DAG building occurring, I see it's complete. However, I notice on 3070 cards, especially if I start passing memory overclocks like I did in MSI Afterburner, sometimes the DAG will fail the first time and then it will have to verify and rebuild. That's just part of the process, it seems, with the lolMINER. It's happened to me when I'm doing dual mining of Ethereum and TON, as well as I see it the same thing with dual mining Ethereum and Alephium. However, with the new miner now, I should be able to get up and running faster with the full hash rate card, because it says it has, after about 30 seconds, it should be up to full mining. So we'll see if that's true. Okay, I'm seeing a first status message starting to come in. I see the statistics, and the white portion of this status message is telling me the algorithm is ETHASH for Ethereum, and I'm currently connected to FlexPool. Now in the light blue section, it's Blake 3. Blake 3 is the algorithm used for Alephium, as well as the pool, so I'm currently connected to Hero Miners. Beneath that, I see the white portion. Here I'm seeing the speed, the pool speed, shares, efficiency, etc. That's all for the Ethereum part here that's in white. I don't have any hash coming in yet. And same thing too, this is the portion here for the Alephium. There's no hash being recognized at this time. Very low power information. I'm only getting 92.5 watts. I see the wall is also very, very low. I think it's because it's calibrating right now. And that's one thing that sets this miner apart from some of the other miners. If you're used to using the lolMINER, this will seem normal to you. However, if you're used to using other miners like NB Miner, G Miner, even T-Rex Miner, they're up and running pretty quick, or at least you're able to get some indicator of how well it's going to mine and start getting some hash rate. However, with the lolMINER, there's a lot of calibration that takes place. It's kind of an automated process, and it will slowly determine what is the maximum hash rate of a card. Is the card hashing properly? If not, if it's hashing low, is it probably an LHR card? And it will take all these parameters into account, including your overclock settings, to determine how much Ethereum it thinks it can mine, and then how much Alephium it'll be able to mine as well. So that's the one thing I usually notice is it runs initially, but it's usually a few minutes till you kind of get in some picture of how well it's mining. Where by this time, if I was using the other miners, I would already be beyond my LHR settings. I would be starting to mine successfully. So this is kind of a slower process to get on. But once it starts mining, it starts becoming very efficient very, very quickly. Here I'm seeing it ramp up 50.96 on my RTX 3070, and I'm seeing 30.86 on my RTX 3070 LHR card. So that's a great start, and I'm having over 1 gigahash on my Alephium mining. Also, I noticed now there's an LHR tune column added to the end. 0.0 indicates it's a full hash card typically, and auto means it's still tuning on the card. But I'm going to let this run for a little bit, and we'll come back after it stabilizes. I've been mining for about 17 minutes, and it seems like it finally stabilized. I'm mining my Ethereum and my Alephium, but I'm getting 59.2 mega hash on my 3070 full hash and 43.35. All my shares are valid so far, as well as I'm able to dual mine and get 562 mega hash on one card and 528 on the other for over 1 gigahash worth of Alephium mining. And that's at 279 watts. If I look at the wall, 312, 297. So probably it's a little bit understated on the miner. Let's go take a look now. This is the new web UI that if you put in your IP address, colons, the port number, as well as this is on the GitHub page for the lolMINER, you're going to get this new status page. This is a web browser page, and you can go in here and you can see how each card is performing, as well as it has new places now too for the junction temperature as the memory temperature. So if you have cards that have the memory temperature, you can look at it there. Let's go over to FlexPool. I just want to validate that I'm seeing my shares being recognized. Although this is still kind of at the startup phase, it's not running very long. I can see at least it's recognizing my current effective is about 93.3 mega hash. Now jumping over to Hero Miner, so I just want to confirm that I'm seeing some Alephium being recognized here too. Okay, so scrolling down, and when I come down to the bottom, I see your stats and payments. So I can just paste my Alephium wallet in here, and I could see, okay, current hash rate is 1.36, so it's actually overstating a little bit on the mining pool, which is good because that may make more money for it. My main point was just to confirm that the revenue is being recognized on the pooling servers. Flipping back to the miner, I'm happy with these results. Now, I think I'm going to kill this miner because I want to go and make some core clock adjustments. Let's down this miner. I had good mining results mining with the locked core clock of 1050, but I want to try to run that a little bit higher because my cards have the ability to run the core clock a little bit higher. So I'm going to go modify the core clock lock to 1250 on this batch files, and we're going to restart it again and start doing the dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium, except now we're going to be using a locked core clock of 1250. Let me right click my batch file, run as administrator. Of course, it always gives me this warning and click into that. Okay, I see lolMINER 1.45 is starting. It's connecting to the pooling server for Ethereum as well as Alephium. The DAGs are being built. And I see my core clock locks were quickly being applied. So it's now using a locked core clock of 1250. And I'm interested to see the mining results just by bumping up the core clock to 1250. So I'm going to let this run for a little while. It's going to take some time to adjust and calibrate. And we're going to come back after we have some mining results. I've let this miner run overnight. So it's been running over 11 hours. But look at these results. 59.32 mega hash on my full hash and still 43.76. So I'm getting over 103 mega hash. Over 1,000 accepted shares, no issues. But look at this, 1.45 gigahash now on my Alephium, which is fantastic. Also, the shares are great with it, but my power is showing me about 296. If I look at the wall, it's about 321, 320 in that range. Jumping over to the lolMINER, the status page here, it's showing me the hash rate as well as power consumption, core clock, there's shares. This time I can come into flex pool, but I see that I have 103 is my reported hash rate, but it's actually getting 120 right now is what they're paying me for. So I guess this miner's running well. You see it normally, it'll oscillate up and down, but overall I'm getting a higher hash rate on the pool than I am on the miner, which is a great win for me. And going over to hero miners, I have 1.4 gigahash is my average hash rate that I'm seeing on there. So I'm getting really great consistent results. I'm happy with these results because I'm seeing them for a much longer duration. Now over an 11-hour period, it paints a much more accurate and better picture of what I can achieve with this miner over time. And my temperature, I don't have thermals on the memory, but it just seems to be running well. If I put my hand near it, cards seem to be overall pretty cool. I think for that little bit of extra power consumption to be able to get that extra 0.4 gigahash on the Alephium mining makes it a very, very interesting proposition. But I want to go take a look at the numbers now because the numbers is really what dictates to us if it's worth it or not. To get an idea of the mining revenue differences between dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium versus just straight mining Ethereum, I'm going to come into tools like what to mine. I'm going to enter in my raw hash rate of 107.5 because that's about how much hash rate I could get out of both of my 3070 cards, the full hash and the LHR card, combined if I was just straight mining them in a miner like T-Rex. So I entered in the hash rate, the power, and the cost, and I'm going to come back and I see $4.23 is what it's telling me it's going to make a day after electricity. So once I know that, it's very easy to now for me to go to what to mine again, and I'm going to open up another tab. And in this tab, it's really cool because now they have this new ability to calculate dual mining. So in this now there's Ethereum and Alephium. You put in your hash rate for Ethereum, like I've already entered 103.5, as well as your hash rate for Alephium, and I'm getting about a gigahash. Enter your wattage in, power consumption and costs, and I've already calculated. And now, wow, it's saying I'm going to make $4.83 a day. That's a big step forward. I was before at $4.23 a day. Now doing this dual mining, I'll be making $4.83 a day. And that was when we were mining using a locked core clock of 1050. However, with the new dual mining, it seems like as we add more core clock, we can still maintain that same amount of Ethereum. However, we'll be getting more of the altcoin. And in this case, it's Alephium. So if I go one step further and I plug in these numbers again into what to mine, I'm getting 103.5 mega hash for Ethereum. However, now I'm getting 1.4 gigahash on Alephium. So by going from 1050 on the core clock, if I'm going to 1250, I'm getting about 0.4 gigahash more. So the profitability calculated is giving me even higher. It's saying I'm going to be making about $5.19 a day. So wow, that's a big difference from $5.19 a day versus originally I was only getting $4.23 a day. It's very significant. If I just plug these numbers into a spreadsheet, Ethereum mining at 107.5 mega hash, locked core clock of 1050, it's going to consume about 225 watts. These are numbers at the miner. They're not power numbers at the wall. But my mining revenue is going to be $4.23 a day. If I do dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium at a locked core clock of 1050, it's going to use 279 watts, but I'm going to be making $4.83 a day. If I go a little more, and if I'm using that 1250 locked core clock like we did in our last mining example, I'm making $5.19 a day. So this column shows the dollar difference. So it's making 96 cents more a day. This is, again, not accounting for any network exchange and transaction fees that may be incurred with trying to transfer this coin out. But this is just the raw mining revenue numbers. But look at this. It's 123% difference. That's really, really huge. I know, especially we work so hard, especially with our LHR cards, to try to get every little bit we can out of it. But an option is coming up here that's giving me almost the full amount of Ethereum I could mine as if I was just straight mining it. Potentially I could be making 123% of what I would normally be making otherwise. So that additional 23% seems very attractive to me. But the big question, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I know you've just covered dual mining of Ethereum and TON coin. So how does this compare to Ethereum and TON coin mining? We can do both of these now with the lolMINER. It's good for full hash as well as light hash rate cards. So we're going to have to do one more updated test on Ethereum and TON coin mining. We need to get some updated numbers on locked core clock of 1250. And let's prepare a miner and go do that quick test. To speed up our comparison, I've created a miner to run Ethereum and TON coin at a locked core clock of 1250. I did this off camera and I'm getting great results. 59.31 mega hash on my full hash card for Ethereum, 43.72. But look at this, 2577 is the speed I'm seeing right now on mining on the TON coin. So wow, I'm doing that at about 289 watts is what it's showing at the miner. At the wall, it's a little higher. It's about 325, 316, 313, 320s, in that range. But this kind of paints a picture. And at least with these numbers now, I can go forward and go back into what to mine to see how they look and how they calculate. And then we'll be able to compare it to versus Ethereum and Alephium versus Ethereum and TON mining. I had previously mined Ethereum and TON coin in our previous video. I have the results plugged into what to mine. Using a locked core clock of 1050, I was getting about 103.5 mega hash of Ethereum, as well as 2.1 gigahash on the TON coin. And the mining results after I put in the electricity costs were about 482 a day. So when I compare that now to using a locked core clock of 1250, again, I'm getting a little over 103 mega hash on the Ethereum. I was getting 2.57 on the TON coin. I see I'm at $5 a day would be my total revenue after electricity costs. When I put that back into the spreadsheet, there we go. This is my dual mining of Ethereum and TON coin at a locked core clock of 1050 versus a locked core clock of 1250. You see there's a difference there in the mining revenue because we get an additional portion of the TON coin mining. The same way too, when we put more core clock, more power at the dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium, we're able to get higher mining revenue. But the numbers speak for themselves. With dual mining of Ethereum and TON optimally at 1250, I'm getting $5 a day. However, I'm getting $5.19 a day doing dual mining of Ethereum and Alephium. So wow, that's still a sizable difference to me. And again, this is going to depend upon your exchange and your transaction fees that you may incur too on trying to transfer out that coin, depending upon what your needs is, as well as your demographic location and ability to be able to cash it out. I think this is really exciting because we were started out with just straight Ethereum mining at 423 a day, which has still been very, very good. It's very profitable. However, now that I have the ability to add something on, mine a second coin like TON coin, I can get, based on today's numbers, about 18% additional more than I was getting just mining Ethereum alone. But with Ethereum and Alephium, now being able to get about 123% or that 23% additional over that, that's very, very exciting to me. I'm really going to be looking into this more, maybe seeing if I have the ability to ramp up my mining rigs to maybe do some of this dual mining, because now we can do this with full hash and LHR cards and have the ability to make even higher mining revenue. Wow, this was a fun video, but really tiring too, because we've actually covered Ethereum mining, Ethereum and Alephium, and we even had to do more tests to get Ethereum and TON results to be able to bring this to you. But hopefully this kind of paints a really big picture for you in your decisions on if you're going to be doing Ethereum mining or looking into some dual mining with Ethereum and Alephium and Ethereum and TON, whether you have full hash or light hash rate cards. So it really hopefully helps open the doors and paints a picture for you that you can use to get even higher mining profitability and better use out of your cards going forward. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, like, smash down on that subscribe button if you haven't already. It'll keep you up to date with our future videos, as well as showing your support for our channel. That's where I want to take a minute to ask you. If you watch our channel, we see a lot of views, but we're really looking to grow our subscriber base, and that's what helps enable me to have the time to create this content and to be able to respond to a lot of your comments. If you send me comments, I do my best to always reply in a meaningful way, or a way that has helped you, and I hope to be able to keep doing that. But we really rely on your subscription and be able to keep growing our channel and be able to afford to put in the time and effort to do this. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video. Happy mining!